As you settle into this moment, just notice how your body feels without trying to describe it. Just notice. You might even wonder how you know you're noticing or how your body knows it's noticing. It's almost like noticing happens on its own without you being aware of it. You might notice how you're sitting, standing, or lying down, or maybe you don't notice at all. Isn't it interesting how your mind can be aware of something and not aware of it at the same time? It's like being aware of something, but not really focusing on it, and that's perfectly fine. It's all part of the process. You might also wonder if the more you try to focus, the harder it becomes to focus, almost as if you can focus by not focusing. It's like holding a thought and letting it slip away quickly, and you might notice it's gone before you realize it. That's okay, because you don't need to hold on to anything right now. You can just let things go and let yourself relax. Maybe you feel the weight of your body sinking, or maybe you don't feel it at all. Perhaps the weight has disappeared, or maybe it doesn't matter. The more you think about it, the less important it becomes, as your mind drifts to the next thought, and the next, and the next. As you relax, you might start to feel your body getting heavier, as if it's sinking into the chair or bed. Each breath makes you feel more relaxed, and with each exhale, you become softer and sleepier. Your eyelids, already closed, may start to feel so heavy. It's as if they just want to stay closed, and the more you try to keep them open, the heavier they become, pulling down more and more. As your eyelids stay closed, your whole body feels more relaxed. Your arms and legs feel warm and heavy, and your mind is slowing down. Thoughts fade away, becoming quieter with each passing moment. The deeper you go, the more relaxed you feel. The more relaxed you feel, the sleepier you become. Each breath makes you feel even more at ease, like floating down into a deep, comfortable sleep. With every breath, your body feels heavier, almost as if it's melting into the surface beneath you. There's no need to try. It gets easier the more you let go. The deeper you go, the more peaceful and calm you feel. You might feel so sleepy now that it's hard to stay awake. That's okay. You can let yourself drift, feeling peaceful and restful. Every part of you is so relaxed, so tired, and all you want to do is sleep. As you sink deeper into this peaceful state, sleep feels so close. Your body is heavy and relaxed, and your mind is calm, floating between sleep and waking. You can let yourself sleep whenever you're ready. The deeper you go, the more calm and relaxed you feel. Your body is heavy, but your mind is light, and you can enjoy this peaceful, sleepy feeling, sinking deeper into rest with each moment. Once, there was a man who lived in a small village by the river. He was always deep in thought, walking quickly with his eyes focused on something far ahead. People saw him with a book or talking about facts and ideas, but he rarely shared what was in his heart. When someone came to him for advice, he would respond with logic, offering solutions he thought would help. But sometimes, after he walked away, people would wonder, did he really hear me? He didn't mean to be this way, he just found emotions hard to deal with. He had learned early on that emotions could confuse things. The mind, with its clear order and structure, felt safer. Logic always worked for him. But even though he relied on facts and ideas, he felt like something was missing. Sometimes he would feel his heart race, his palms sweat, or his chest tighten. His mind would try to explain it away, pushing these feelings aside. Focus on the next task, he'd tell himself. It will pass. One day, while walking by the river, he saw a young girl sitting on a rock staring at the water. She seemed calm, at peace. He didn't know her, but there she was, simply sitting, not doing anything. Curious, he walked over and asked, "What are you doing?" The girl looked up and smiled. "I'm listening," she said softly. I'm listening to the water. He didn't quite understand. Listening to the water? He asked, puzzled. The girl pointed to the river. It's not just the water, it's everything around it. The way the light hits the surface, the way the current moves, everything has its own rhythm. The man watched the water. At first, he couldn't make sense of it. How could listening to water help? How could he fit that into his world of logic? He felt uneasy, his thoughts racing, to find an answer. But the girl said nothing. She just kept watching the water. Slowly, his thoughts began to quiet. For the first time, he noticed the way the light sparkled on the water. It was beautiful, and he hadn't noticed it before. After a while, the girl turned to him. Sometimes, she said, you don't need to understand everything. You just need to feel. The water doesn't need an explanation. It just flows. A warmth spread in his chest, something he couldn't explain. It was not about logic. It was a feeling, and it was new to him. The girl stood up and walked away, leaving him there by the river. As he watched the water, he felt something shift inside him. His usual urge to analyze and organize softened. For the first time in a long while, he just let himself feel, without words, without thoughts, just with his heart. In that moment, he realized maybe his mind had been too loud for too long. There was another way to experience the world without needing to explain or control everything. As he walked back to the village, he felt more alive. From then on, he began noticing things his mind had once ignored. The rhythm of his heartbeat, the way people's faces softened when they showed their emotions. He learned he didn't need to understand everything. He could just feel it in his body, in his soul. And as the days passed, even moments of confusion felt less overwhelming. It was as if his body and mind were learning to work together, speaking the same language. Just like the water, he began to flow. Right now, in this moment, you might notice something small, something subtle, just the tiniest shift. It could be a feeling, a sensation, perhaps in your chest, your shoulders, or somewhere else in your body. No need to understand it right away. Just let it be there, noticing it without any pressure. It's okay if this feels unfamiliar. You don't need to force anything. Emotions don't always show up the way you expect. They can be soft, quiet, and that's okay. You don't have to analyze them. Just feel them. That's enough for now. You might start to notice how your body feels. Maybe a warmth, a tightness, or something lighter. These feelings, these sensations are just part of you. They are natural. You don't need to do anything to change them. Just let them be. It's okay if you're used to approaching things through logic, through your mind. That's been your way for a long time. But right now, you can feel what's going on inside. And that's okay too. Emotions don't need to make sense all the time. They can just be felt without needing to fix them or understand them right away. As you notice these emotions, you might feel something soften inside. The pressure to always be perfect starts to fade. You don't need to have all the answers. You can just be aware. Emotions are part of the human experience, and it's okay to let them rise and fall without needing to control them. Take a moment to feel your body, maybe a slight pressure or a soft shift in your breathing. It's all part of the process. You are allowed to feel. There's no rush, no urgency. Just allow yourself to notice. That's all. You might even begin to feel more grounded, calmer, more connected. The sharpness of overthinking starts to soften, and there's space to simply breathe and be. You don't have to fix anything. You can just be present with what you're feeling. In this moment, that's enough. And as you breathe, Let yourself feel what's here, in your body. It's safe to feel. No need to make it complicated or perfect. You're allowed to be gentle with yourself. Each breath makes it easier to connect with your emotions, to notice them without judgment. In these moments, you might find that things begin to feel simpler. The pressure to be perfect or know everything melts away. You can just be here, present. And that's enough. You don't need to control everything. You don't have to make everything make sense. You can simply allow yourself to feel, to let your emotions be part of you without the need to push them away. As you breathe, you might notice how much lighter it feels when you don't have to manage every emotion, every thought. You can simply notice them and let them pass. Like waves, they come and go. And in this space, you don't need to do anything but be here, letting the sensations be as they are. As you continue to sit with yourself, you might notice a softening in the way you respond to your emotions, to yourself, and to others. Instead of rushing or being harsh, you can respond with more understanding, with more gentleness. It's okay to let go of perfection. It's okay to let things unfold in their own time. You don't have to figure it all out. You can just notice, feel, and allow the process to happen. As these positive changes settle within you, you'll notice them becoming a natural part of your daily life. You'll begin to respond more calmly and compassionately to yourself and others. Emotions that once felt foreign will become easier to recognize and embrace. In the coming days, weeks, and months, you may find yourself reacting more gently, with greater understanding. Your thoughts and actions will naturally align with compassion and patience. You'll feel more in tune with yourself and others, able to express your emotions clearly and without hesitation. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, feel the positive energy you've created flow outward, touching those around you. Imagine this energy spreading to those in pain, those in need of comfort or clarity. This energy will continue to grow, not just within you, but in the world around you. As this positive energy flows outward, you may notice small signs like dreams or moments in your day that reinforce the changes you're experiencing. You may feel more connected to your intuition, knowing what to do next without confusion or hesitation. In the weeks ahead, dreams may bring insights or guidance. You may find yourself more grounded, more at peace with your emotions. You'll feel less burdened by guilt or self-criticism, and more confident in your ability to express your true self with kindness and understanding. These changes will unfold naturally, becoming part of your everyday life. You'll begin to notice how much easier it is to connect with others and express yourself openly without fear of being misunderstood. Your actions and words will reflect this new understanding, and you'll feel more peaceful and confident in your relationships. Take one last deep breath, and with every exhale, feel this positive energy expanding. Let it flow freely, touching everything and everyone it needs to reach. You are part of something bigger, and the kindness you've cultivated here will ripple out in ways you may not even see, but will feel. As you return to the present moment, know that these changes will continue to unfold effortlessly, bringing you closer to the calm, compassionate, and emotionally aware person you are becoming.